Yes? No? Yo. 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 Help me, I'm stuck in a loop and I can't get out. Help me, I'm stuck in a loop and I can't get out. Help me, I'm stuck in a loop and I can't get out. Help me, I'm stuck in a loop. Oh my god, it really is. Okay. Let's just sort that. Oh my god, it really is. Let's just sort that. Oh my god, it really is. Let's just sort that. Oh my god, it really is. That should be good. That'll do. We'll stick with the magic number that is minus 15. Good. That'll do. We'll stick with the magic number that is minus 15. Good. That'll do. We'll stick with the magic number that is minus 15. Oh my god. For people with any kind of anxiety about their voice, this is some kind of horrible hell. For people with any kind of anxiety about their voice, this is some kind of horrible hell. For people with any kind of anxiety about their voice, this is some kind of horrible hell. Okay. That. How is that? That. How is that? That's too low. How's that? That's too low. How's that? Or that. Or that. Or that. Or that. I'm just getting drowned out. Just getting drowned out. Fuck it. We'll do it live. No! It was perfect. There. Okay. No! It was perfect. Okay, we'll leave it like that, and I'll turn off this awful helter-skelter of echoey voices. Cool. Okay. Let's shoot some nerds. Boom shakalaka. So how are you? I'm okay. Being plagued by two different sources of audio through two separate ears on two separate bodies, but apart from that, Not bad. Let's flow. Yeah. Oh, do I need to change the... tell it to use a gamepad, which I now have? Yes, I think I do. On. Let's pizza go. It's not fair. Everything that could go wrong. Well, I don't understand why the start button works. On. Let's just do the old shitsharoo and restart the game. Oh, no one needs to know. Oh. So, what's in the news today? I can't think of anything apart from the guy who was the dad in Home Alone passed away, right? That was pretty shitty. Like, I mean, I don't think he's been anything since Home Alone, right? Nothing that's memorable. Cool, we're done. But still, a man has died. Not great. There we go. We're good. We're good. Wonderful. I tell you what, if you had a PlayStation, this would be done without any effort. But we live in a world where if you own a PC, you have to use it for video games. Yeah, like, I mean, he was in Home Alone 2, I think, but nothing past that. It's like with the dad from Back to the Future. He wanted to be in Home. He didn't want to be in Home Alone. He wanted to be in Back to the Future 2, but he just asked for way too much money because he was just on the assumption that he was unreplaceable, which you would have thought that would have been a safe assumption, right? But no, no one's irreplaceable apparently, or unreplaceable, depending on your country of origin, or if you just own a dictionary or not. No, so they got rid of him, and I think in the second film, they said, we'll just use this guy, this slightly different looking guy, who hopefully looks close enough, but we'll make him play the part upside down, so people can't tell if he's the real one or not. And then they covered it by saying in the future, if you're upside down and you're levitating, then that's somehow good for your back. And I say in the future that's true, because I don't think it's true now that just hanging upside down could cure you of any problems. Disc or otherwise. Well, that just makes sense, right? To die that soon. What is the most narrow object you could find in a kitchen? And when I say narrow, I mean it's got like the most limited number of uses, the most disposable object you can find in your kitchen. Because I was thinking a kettle, but a kettle is actually pretty useful. You could definitely defend yourself pretty well with a kettle, but then like a toaster is definitely worse. Let's take camera cards. A toaster is way more narrow. You can only use it for making toast and maybe a variety of other wheat-based products. Focus on the game. And I don't see how you could defend yourself effectively with a toaster. You could definitely try. You could try and get someone's hand caught in the metallic flappy flaps. But is that going to be an effective defense? Probably not. It could well be, but Even if you manage to get stuck in there, you'd have to rely upon the fact that you could turn it on. Because just getting you stuck in there ain't gonna do nothing. You've got to fry those 5 pinkies, right? And then, apart from that, I haven't yet been able to think of a more useless kitchen object. Knives are really good. Knives are... Well, there's entire sections on home shopping channels based on... yeah, just die trying to think of that. Based on selling varieties of knives. But who's going to sell a variety of toasters? That's a dead arena. That would be great! Like, different arenas, but you have to use the most mundane shit to fight. So, you get your pick of objects from a kitchen that you can use to utterly destroy your opponent, or opponents. So they could just reshoot Ridley Scott's Gladiator with the kitchen stuff. And there's definitely a pun in there somewhere, but I'm too lazy to think of it. Like a spoon wouldn't be great. You could definitely spoon out someone's eyeballs, but they'd have to be, you know, pretty much standing there and just taking it. Also, it seems like the most delicate way that you could hurt someone. Slowly spooning out their eyeballs. Because it's almost as if you're making sure that all you're doing is a separation of body parts. And you're hoping that you're not destroying any of them. They've got those little chainsaws they use to sometimes carve up Christmas turkeys, I suppose, but... Although it is like a mini chainsaw, at the same time, even if it's just half the size, well, that's pretty big, but even if it's half the size of a regular chainsaw, it ain't gonna be even close to half as effective. Even a drawer would be better, because it's got a handle and it's big and heavy. I'm actually focusing because I want to get past this guy at least once a day. I think even spices would be better than a toaster. If you threw some cardamom in someone's face, I mean, I'd at least be more offended. But a toaster and a spoon are just gonna suck. You could then move on to different parts of the house, but I feel like that's pretty dry, if this isn't dry enough. No, I like this. Oh god. And then you move on to the subject of what is the weakest spice? Like, what is the most pathetic? Oh no. We're down to lasers. And I already know my opinion on lasers. Oh, oh, oh. Look, there are way more rats down there than normal. So you've got cardamom, you've got garam masala, you've got regular old pepper. I mean, just the boring vote, black pepper wins it. You can't consider salt a spice, right? Salt is just essential food. You gotta have some, I think. It's probably not... I really hope I'm not perpetrating a terrible falsehood by insisting that salt is a critical part of your diet. Because If I am, just never listen to anything I have to say again. Yeah. Assault can utterly destroy you. It's a scary enough thing. Like, if it was a superhero, because I'm just classifying by what it can do. If it was a superhero, its power is to just steal water from your body. It's that foreboding as a supervillain-esque character. Let's go. Impact Rust is always fun. And I think it works with a shotgun. Yeah. So, if you weren't already getting the crap kicked out of you, get ready to have even more crap not kicked out of you today. They're so bouncy. I want a shovel. Good. Okay. Smug. Grenade launcher, screwdriver. It's probably not a great idea to pick up anything that's explosive, but... Well, I proved it. At least I proved something. Flip it in. Good. I'm struggling to think of more spices. I mean, the garam masala I thought would just be such an impressive shout that would distract everyone so much into thinking that I obviously knew the rest of the spices. Paprika, like paprika is one of the strongest spices. It's just, you mentioned that you're going to put paprika into something. That's the metric. The metric is when you mention the spice, it's how happy people get when they find out. And I'm infinitely happy when I find out that paprika is in the food I'm shoveling into my mouth. I might not taste it, and it may not show on my face, but I'm happy about it. Oh, why do I always forget? It's like every 3 levels they insist on including a boss of some sort. Okay, good. Paprika, and then from there you got regular curry paste. That's pretty exciting. A curry is pretty exciting. Any food that can almost consistently make you have diarrhea counts as exciting. I mean, depending on how much curry paste you put in. But it's like excitement is based fundamentally on risk, right? And dying from all of your poop leaving your body at the same time. Although it doesn't sound like it'd kill you, probably the pure shock could leave some kind of lasting effect. This thing is hidden away. So yeah, it's a pretty risky, hence strong ass food. Rabbit paw, almost definitely. Almost definitely take rabbit paw. Did they ever figure out, did they ever do the research to work out why rabbit paws are lucky? Oh no. We never bring the right equipment down to this floor. This just ain't gonna cut it. Unless this is magic. No, it's not magic. Okay. Fine. Let's play on easy mode. That'd be Cristal. Cristale. And then my daughter Cristal because she shines. But how did they know that she'd shine when she was a baby? I mean, a baby's head does shine quite a lot. It's a pretty shiny surface. But then again, you've got to set up the competition of whose head shines more. The 50-year-old accountant or the 0.001-year-old baby. And you've got to believe that after traversing all of that filth, all of that fetal liquid and just gross intestine shit, that this perverted accountant is going to make it. Because you've got to assume that someone doing that much of a boring job is going to have a really interesting / disgusting hobby. We gotta get that. Yeah, we got that. Screwdriver. I'd rather the screw mini driver. And I can't even remember what she looks like. Okay. Just remind yourself, Lee. Don't take any of this low ammo shit down to the sewers. So that means try to lose one or both of these weapons you have now. Oh, oh, oh. Big Bandit, you don't scare me? You do, but you gotta say something intimidating. This is low ammo shit. It's fun to use, but it's not gonna cut it. Where is he? So, I'm seeing this topic of conversation completely from my surroundings. But cactuses are pretty damn great, right? They're like the honey badgers of plants. In that, I mean, I was going to make the argument that no plant. This is the premise of my argument. No plant can attack you. It's not really true, because if you're an idiot enough, then you could be killed by a Venus flytrap, perhaps. Pop gun, pop gun. But let's not think about those, because man was not meant to fall for the Venus flytrap. That's how the saying goes. But a cactus, if it could attack you, it would be the one that completely rips you. I don't know how. Well, no, I do. It's not that much of a jump to see how a cactus could absolutely murder you. But if you were part plant, how could you not be part cactus? It's just the greatest choice you could make. I mean, you're already involved in something that's already pretty weird. Why don't you make it even more weird? We're good, we're good. We're dumb. We're really dumb. There's the argument you could make that dumb humans, well, dumb cactus human crosses could end up killing themselves by being this screwed up. But we could do that already. Tons of people who own guns already hurt themselves and their families. I'm kind of happy with what we got now. It's not great, but it's reliable. Oh. Impact wrists. It's like it's one of those sexy clam ladies. Because they always just tempt me. Well, impact wrists always just tempt me. The clam ladies not so much. But, you know, the clam ladies who's ride on the beach. I don't want to say Venus de Milo, because I don't think it's like all that, but... Oh, mugga bugger. Oh, oh, oh. You never had a chance. I mean, probabilistically, hard word of the day to say, and that was a hard phrase of the day to say. I suppose there's always a chance for anything to happen, so maybe they always had a chance. Maybe I'm the one with no chance, or at least a very, very minor one. Okay. We need an upgrade. These things are just not doing it. That's good. No, I wanted what was in there. I wanted what he got. Assault rifle. Yeah. Okay, good. Pop gun, slugger. Yeah, slugger's good. Prefer snailer, but it'll do. I think positionally this is quite okay. I mean, we've always got Diamond's easy mode ability that might help out, but that's good. Oh, give me those sweet white boxes with imprinted hearts upon them. What's in here? Oh, it's pretty good. Let's be dumb and take it. And then also rabbit spore. Okay. Oh yeah, okay. Not enough bullets. Can't even shoot the damn thing. Oh, oh, oh. I deserve death. I have no capability to do very much. And the capability I do have is running out very quickly. I suppose we got some of these. Give me one of these! It's so weak, it takes like 3 shots. That's it. Scrounging. We're really scrounging. See, I hate the diamond boys the most, so I'm just going for them. Oh, oh, oh. I'm very tempted by splinter gun, but I shouldn't. Oh! Fire and command. I'm so glowy, I love it. Diamond gets so glowy in the crystal caves. Yeah, let's shoot out of here. Oh, the best music in the game. Like, Bolt Marrow is really good. We don't have any usability for it, but just knowing it's there makes me a bit happier. I've only just realised that I haven't played in a long time, and I always used to get really confused by the controls because I remapped them quite a lot. And I always had to think about what button I was going to press, but I've just internalised it. I'm so happy with it. Everything is happening as I would hope it would. My fingers are like the puppet strings upon the game itself. Oh! So the conversation is going to get very game oriented for a little while because it's been maybe 100 sleeps since I got this far. I think I did finish the game maybe once, but you know, no one's going to believe me without any proof. Gamma Guts is like doing kind of well. SMG is it's just going to be sitting there for a millennia upon millennia, really, because ain't no one going to pick it up. Wait, hold on, what's this? Super Splinter Gun. It's too high power, low ammo, but let's take over this. Just because we've got the things to back it up. I feel good about that. Do I have... There's no Yeti. I thought there's no Wi-Fi. It's fine, because I recently swapped over to not use Wi-Fi. it's so fascinatingly interesting. I agree. I completely agree. But yeah, so that's kind of why there's been, fingers crossed, no drop frames so far. Gamma Guts! So good, so good, so good! When it works. We should just be using Gamma Guts, right? Yeah. Until death. Oh, oh, oh. Do not blow up the square. Thank you. I mean... Oh? No, it's fine. This is obvious, but... This is a square. You can call it a diamond however much you want. It ain't gonna get past me. Do not even worry about it. Okay. I'm gonna die here. One of these two owns my death warrant. Sweet lies. Sweet lies. Sweet lies of mine. Okay. Oh, I'm gonna just cry a little bit. I know that this isn't even that far in the game, but it's just good to be in the snowy peaks yet again. Oh no. I remember this bit. This is where 1 out of 1 times you die. Because the police are coming. Not allowed. Where is he? Where is he? I hate you! Yeah, see, that'll happen quite a lot. That was good though, that was a good run. Let's be my favourite man. He is the Venus flytrap I was talking about. He is the man who could kill other men just by being an idiot. By them being the idiot, not Plant. Plant is a super genius, man. Oh, I'm loose. I'm loose now. We've made some progress. And now that we're back on the easy levels, I can start talking about Venus flytraps again. Sweet. What is there about Venus flytraps that's good? I don't know. I know that there's the other one. There's the other kind of trap plant that's like, it's just a big glass of water. That's all it is. But the flies fall into the top because it smells good. It's like a honey trap. Did the purple Venus flytrap open? Oh! You were holding it open. And my dog. I mean, plants are already fast. Let's min-max this shit. Oh, I want impact wrists. It would make me feel like a real human boy. Let's blow you to Kingdom Ejaculate. Not allowed, not allowed. Big red sign with cross over it. Not allowed. Oh, I'm alive again. I remember this game. You move the sticks and shoot the bullets. Could a fern kill you? I mean, fern cotton could. And you can hit these. I forgot. A fern cotton just seems like the fighter out of the two. Of Fern and Holly. She's the scrappy one. But I feel kind of bad because I'm only saying that because she's got the less feminine figure. And, you know. I'm not going to go any further with that train of thought. Hey, you could find her very feminine. That's fine. One of them has to look less feminine. That is the axiom of choice. Like Pluto Hunger. These boys are a bit dangerous, if I remember correctly. If I remember correctly. I was going to do a voice, but maybe I'll save it for another creation. If I remember correctly. That was alright. That was okay. Passable. Melee's actually seems really good for the sewers. Now I remember. No shit. Yeah. Yeah. You're correct. I'm not actually going to be doing a poo in my desk chair. No shit. Good. Yeah. These rats, in terms of design, they're not even that intimidating in terms of their size, right? They're half the size of a Venus flytrap. I would have thought that most rats are that size. Oh, he loves it. He is this picture. So good. Okay. It was the, it wasn't even ninja. It was just a, I always call them like little raven men. Let's be Plant, because he seems really happy to be here. I'm just gonna have a little meeting with a little doctor called Pepper. Why have they not yet released a drink from the Coke Foundation called Dr. Salt for the saltiest streaming site on the planet? I don't know. It would probably have misleading nutritional information. That's probably why. Oh. A salty rifle. Why have they not released a weapon called a pepper rifle? You know, give and take. There's so many. Green worms. They look a bit like the jelly worms you can get that are really too sugary and make your teeth bleed. Gummy worms. Everyone. It's such a waste, but there is some mystery there I'm missing. Nah, we're good. So let's use this quiet early game opportunity to talk about Back to the Future and why I'm so confused that in a local vote to determine which of those films could be shown on an open air screening, they went for Top Gun. When the Back to the Future is clearly just way better. Top Gun tries to be too much. It tries to be the film for ladies and the film for men. And it's clearly demarcated which parts are men and which parts for ladies. You know which part you need to start cheering at and, you know, feel the heart muscles palpitate at, if that's what heart muscles do, if you're a man. And you know which part to let your heart palpitate for if you're a lady. There's the romantic scenes between Tom Cruise and that woman that I do not remember from any other film. There's more of a romantic relationship between him and Goose, honestly. And I'm more of a fan of that. I really like Goose. He's really cool. He's a stand-up guy. He's got a family. He's married to Meg Ryan. Why was Tom Cruise's wife played by a... Well, not wife. Why was Goose's wife? There we go. Played by more of a recognisable name. Let me just pop this full. Than Tom Cruise's girl. I do not understand it. That's not how films from that era used to go. It's nowadays that the more unknown actors and actresses get paired with the more known cast to pull them up by the bootstraps. Is that true though? I just remember it, maybe in the 80s you used to have these films, Arnold Schwarzenegger ones for example. Probably shouldn't be taking these as an example of what films were like in the 80s. Probably were a lot of really good films back then that I'm just glossing over. But if you ask me a memorable film from that time period, I probably would say Arnold Schwarzenegger ones. Anyway, so it would be him, and then everyone else was a bit part. Everyone else was just things that he could shoot into, that he could unload his his flaming rod into. You can't call it that. You were trying to make it a penis joke and you just failed at the last hurdle. And probably the first hurdle too. Flaming rod! There should have been a storyline in The Simpsons where where Rod and Todd started going down a darker path. And he could have insisted on being called Flaming Rod, and he joined what do they call them? The Hells Angels? Oh, I've got this thing. I didn't even know. The Hells Angels, right? So Flaming Rod, and then what could have Todd's nickname have been? Like, I want to say Heavy Todd. I don't. Hot Todd. Hot Todd. I don't know why I want to say Heavy Todd so much though. Plasma Gun seems more fun. Oh. Flaming Rod and Hot Todd. It's a mouthful, but so's Hot Todd. Go for it. So the premise of the episode. Todd, not Flaming Todd, no, Hot Todd. See, even I'm getting confused, and I invented this. And Rod and Todd get abducted. See, I don't know if you could start it like that. I don't know if you could start an episode of Simpsons with an abduction. It's too far. You'd need to... I think you'd need to phrase it in a different way, but essentially they do get abducted. Maybe... The only way you can get away with it in The Simpsons is... This is more important. This is more important. I don't care that I die. Let's be someone else though. You can't get away with regular high-level crimes in a Simpsons episode. You can't just get away with just someone being murdered. It needs to be made into a tragedy. So, with the abduction, you'd need to say... Well, it doesn't need to be a tragedy. It helps. You can do it as a tragedy, but it's probably easier as a comedy, since that is a comedy show. But you'd need to phrase... I think you'd need to phrase the abduction as some kind of accident, like... Ned... No, not Ned. Krusty or something accidentally has them in the back of his lorry, his limo. God damn it! In the back of his limo. Not for any nefarious purposes, but because he was staging some kind of test screening for a new episode format. And the officers drive them home and he just forgets about them. I was perilously close to turning a comedy show into the most boring piece of CSI drama shit of all time by explaining that in such ridiculous detail. So anyway, that happens. The limo gets parked up alongside a big interstate. And some bikers go past, some Hell's Angel guys. They pull up, they see Rod and Todd struggling in the back of the car, and they decide to help him. They beat the crap out of Krusty the Clown, but he... I mean, you could kind of work in, let's say Bolt Marrow, you could kind of work in like the Jewish angle, because they like to do that. They like to make light of the fact that he's Jewish, and he could maybe somehow misinterpret what they are and think that they're some kind of Nazi party of biking men. Anyway, that bit I'm going to leave alone because it's a bit of a touchy subject. So that happens. I don't have any other weapons, do I? This one's pretty good though. They get abducted just by Pavlovian conditioning. Which, if you don't know, it's just when someone gives enough of a pavlova to someone that they like them enough to just do whatever they say. Where's he gone? I'm just gonna get killed from ignorance. Oh. So enough conditioning happens that they just want to become Hell's Angels. They're on the run, they become Hot Todd and Flaming Rod. And then from there, you could even spin it into a sequel. You could do that weird thing that they did in the 90s with the Who Shot Mr. Burns episode, where after the first episode where Mr. Burns gets killed in suspicious circumstances, they went to Vegas and made everyone bet on whether or not, well, who did the murder. And you can see the odds, so like Smithers had a 5-1 and Bart had maybe a, I don't know, like 6-1. You could definitely see Smithers being more a murderer than Bart. Bart puts on a tough game, but I don't think he could pull the trigger. I think maybe even Mr. Burns was on there, like maybe as a suicide option, but not many people voted for Maggie, and I always wondered, did they draw the outcome, did they draw the sequel episode before or after they worked out the odds? Or after people had put numbers, had put money on these bets? Regardless, it doesn't matter if there was any foul play by The Simpsons. Regardless, there was a two-parter, and the second episode had the weight of thousands, tens of thousands of dollars on it, based on people's bets. This is gonna hurt. I haven't once used her special. So yeah, there is precedent for a two-parter Simpsons episode. Why not bring it back? Why not make it a three-parter? So in the second episode, they get Flaming Rod back, and in the third episode, they get Hot Todd back. They've scattered across the Americas, and it's Ned's job to bring them home. Bring them home. I put a lot of work into that, so David X. Cohen and Matt Groening, you better pay a lot of attention. And I expect to see it sometime in the next million years. Any consultation, please speak to my agent. Oh, this was a bad idea. Should have thought about that. Should have thought about that. Get blown away. Man, that little hot Todd and flaming rod number sure took a lot of wind out of me. Okay, ninja. No. Do I have the pushing thing? No. Let's double up. No, I know what's gonna happen. No. I don't want to hit the rhombus or the diamond or whatever you want to call it. No. Yeah, that'll do. Oh, we've got bone marrow. That's why I took it. Okay. We've got slightly homing shots. We're good. Let me take this, thank you. And let me take nice planty mouth. Just shoot stuff until it explodes. Well, shit. I do like Big Dog. He's a fun boss. I just generally suck. But it's a good time. I want... No! I want the rads. I ain't getting the rads. This is a good start. Shotgun or... Yeah, shotgun. Let's go out on a big one. There's some kind of joke in there about a prostitute dying on her last shoot, but the problem is it would give away the fact that I know the most obscure prostitute names in the world, and it probably wouldn't paint a very nice picture of me, so I'm just going to keep that one to myself. Let's blow this fascist popsicle stand. Yeah. Shotgun shoulders. I never get that, but I don't dislike it. It's almost like when you go to a restaurant, like an Italian place, you never buy the spaghetti bolognese. But it doesn't mean you don't like it. It's just, you know it's really good, it's a great fallback, but you want to try something different. Or you want to try something that you can't normally make at your abode. Which is, yeah, the more likely case, I suppose. Man, they're getting roasted. Like a fine ass spaghetti bolognese. You not had those? They're pretty crap actually. But there's a requirement that whenever they're listed on the menu anywhere, they need to be preceded by the word fine, so it's a bit of an advertising snafu. That is a great word, I love snafu. I want Gamaguts again. Gamaguts was good. kick it. Who's screaming in these sewers? Apart from me in my mind. Alright, let's make Bloodlust work for us. Oh. Shoot. Who's left? Who's forming the chaff of this level? The chaff. The wheat amongst the chaff. Or the chaff amongst the wheat. A term I was very confused by when I first played Metal Gear Solid 1, and you got chaff grenades. And I didn't understand at all how they related to wheat. Like a wheat grenade doesn't make any sense. What would it even do? You throw it at someone and they turn into bread. It's just the foundation for a really bad joke. And so I'm just not going to make that joke. I'll just outline it and you can fill in the gaps. Oh, oh, oh. Safe. Jackhammer. Bounce shotgun is really good. It's like a shotgun, which is also fueled by plain old rifle bullets, I think. I don't know how well it scales though. Give me that. And the Funtown flamers have turned off, so we're perfectly safe to go on home. Go, go. You have to die. The ninja has to die. It's a sequel to the oh so famous film John Tucker Must Die. I think the guy who originally named the first film probably got fired between that film and the sequel because they just don't really have the same ring to it. Oh, oh, oh. Unless the guy's name was The Ninja. First name The, second name Ninja. Which doesn't seem that unlikely. Yeah. Boop. 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 Who touched my gracious skin? No, no. Why is it such a bubble gun? It makes all the bubble noises. It's nice. No one ever buys boys bubble bath. This is like the closest I'm gonna get. The ladies always get it at Christmas, and I always look on in anger. Well, not anger, just jealousy, really. Oh, oh, oh. I want the health. I didn't get the health. Fucker. What's in this? What's in this mess? Super crossbow. Assault rifle. It's got super in the name, we've got to take it. There ain't no choice. And just hope on Bloodlust giving up back some health. Oh. Save our soul. Oh. How did I do a barn dance around that? But not that. Ooh. Okay. Let's let's call it that. Oh. You know, I died. That's what happens. My only regret is I didn't die by fire, because I then could have very subtly used the line, better ash breath than no breath. Which means something to someone out there. But I'm not going to hint at who. Just someone who might be watching. Anyway, enjoy the rest of your evening. See you later, dogs.